Alright, so this is my folding Ron Paulk style workbench. I bought his plans to build the design of the top. Then the bottom is kind of like where I deviated from his plans. So what makes this bench unique, first off, is that it has a stainless steel top. Now I fortunately have access to like a pretty sophisticated machine shop with a high-powered laser cutter that was able to make this top for me. I'm not an engineer myself and I don't run the machines, but I was able to ask for that as a favor. And then so after purchasing the steel top, they cut the holes out for me, which is nice because I got pretty much perfect layout. The accuracy of the machine is ridiculous. So I know that this is a perfect 4x8 steel top with the hole pattern that's laid out like, you know, with machine precision. But that's not only the first part of this bench that makes it unique. The second part is that I actually designed it so that it would tilt up. So I'll just cut to the part of me tilting the bench. Okay, so I have it pushed all the way back so I can get this in the shot. It's kind of big, so it's 4x8, but it flips up pretty easily because of the way that the top is balanced. So even though I think it weighs somewhere like around 250 pounds with the steel plate on it, it's still pretty easy to flip up because it mostly balances itself. And then after you engage the locks, it won't come down after you know, and that's only with one lock. So with the lock on this side too, it doesn't really move after you flip it up. And I weigh about 260 pounds. All right, so here's a close-up of the small toggle clamps that I used for this. They were pretty inexpensive, which is good. And with both of them locked down, there's really no chance that the top is gonna move. So this is what the bench looks like when it's in folded position. Now, the only real use of this position is so that you can park your car in the garage. It kind of gets the bench mostly out of the way. It was the only way I was really comfortable committing to a huge like 4x8 workbench in like my regular 2-car garage, which is occupied by 1 car right now. Because it gave me like a little bit of flexibility to where I could fold everything up, push all my tools out of the way, and then maybe get a car in here, which still does kind of work. The way I attached it was pretty simple. I just used regular 4-inch door hinges. These are like exterior hinges, which are a little bit heavier duty than what you see on the inside of a house. So just 3 hinges, and that's more than enough to hold the weight of the top, which I said is around 250 pounds, I think. I might have to correct that. The base is just the base. The only thing unique about that is I put a top there so you would have like a place to stage items or tools or even like work on something if you had a bench folded up, like maybe you're changing your oil or something like that. And then going down, it's pretty much just standard 2x4 construction. And then I have these little runners that come out to support the weight of the bench. So even though this 250-pound top is folded up, it's actually still resting on wheels instead of being strained by the hinges. So the hinges really aren't under any load at all, so I think they're fine for this application. One person asked a question how I attached it. Basically, I just kind of mortised the hinge really crudely right here into the top so that it would sit flush, and then I cut out this little relief cut for the barrel of the hinge, and my daughter did a little bit of artwork right there. And if you go inside, this isn't showing up very well, but I put little blocks of wood to cover the hinge to cover that slot of the hinge, so you wouldn't get sawdust falling into this like barrel mechanism or whatever. So one of the things that I did, instead of purchasing dogs for this workbench top, I actually just 3D printed some little pegs. They were pretty easy to model in 3D print, even though I don't have like a ton of experience with 3D modeling. It was kind of simple. So this is something that's definitely doable. And the thing that these pegs are used for, mainly with this workbench top, is to create references for things like glue ups or cabinet making or something like that. Or if you're doing face frames or picture frames, you can actually have like a referenced square surface. So pretending that these 2 levels are wood, I know that if I did something like this, that they are perfectly 90 degrees to each other. So that's one of the uses of this pattern, and that's kind of been like talked about a lot in online videos related to this style of workbench, the advantage of this pattern. So I'm not really doing anything new there or unique. I don't have any clamps that go into this surface, but that's something I'm looking at possibly making myself, modifying a clamp for that.